All right, shalom, yashalom. Back with another GMS on the go. This is the Raleigh, North Carolina camp. But before we go any further, we like to give all honor, all glory, and all praises to the Heavenly Father and His only begotten Son,
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahusha, Ba'ashem, Kakadash.
Next up, double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, from teaching this truth according to the Bible rule well, and a double shalom to all the society throughout the four corners of the earth, pushing the truth, righteousness, and sincerity to the best of your ability. Me and the brothers Shawaz that we get up today through the spirit power of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Yahweh, that's who the word ignorantly calls God, which his name is He is or He exists. Yahweh Shah being the only begotten Son, which his name is He saves, He delivers. And me and the brothers when we into a little edifying lesson on we're in that appointed time, to what? These prophecies, the vision, according to the Bible, are coming to pass. And as we get closer and closer to the end, these prophecies are just going to continue to show themselves to be true. So without further ado, we're going to dive right to it. Yeah.
This is Habakkuk chapter 2.
Start at, you at? Start at verse, Start at verse 2.
This is Habakkuk chapter 2 and 2. And the Lord answered me and said, write the vision and make it plain upon tables.
That's right. He said, write the vision and make it plain upon tables. And the vision being what? The prophecies. So these prophecies have been made plain upon tables. And what's the tables? The tables is these scriptures, this book that we're reading about now. So all the prophecies have been that are recorded in this Bible have been made plain. Read on.
That he may run that readeth it.
That's right. It said that he may run that readeth it. So the one who has the understanding of the vision, the prophecies that have been made plain upon tables, what are they going to go do? They're going to go run. Meaning what? They're going to go teach of the prophecies, of the things that have been written. And the reason why they're going to go teach, the men of the Lord, the true men of the Lord, starting off with our head apostles of Great Millstone, down to younger brothers like myself and this brother, whoever brothers that are in the four corners of the earth. But the reason why we're going to go teach of the prophecies that have been made plain upon tables is because what, bro?
It reads, for verse 3, for the vision is yet for an appointed time.
That's why. Because the vision, the prophecies, everything that's recorded in this Bible has been set for an appointed time, to come to pass. Which right now, we're in that point of time. That's why all these prophecies, according to the Bible, are coming to pass. Famines of food and thirst, more chariot sightings, which the word English calls UFOs, missiles, being built by the other nations, We're in that point in time to where these prophecies are coming to pass.
That's right. It reads on. Habakkuk chapter 2 verse 3, for the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak.
Hold that real quick. I'm going to get a precept. Give me on 2nd Esdras 9 verse 1. Because at the end of the day, this is how we're going to know that these visions, these prophecies, this is how we're going to know that this is the appointed time that the vision, is now.
This is 2nd Esdras chapter 9 verse 1. Mm-hmm. It reads, he answered me then and said, Slaki, 2nd Esdras chapter 9 verse 1, he answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself.
That's right. So this is how we know that we're in that point in time to where the vision of prophecies are coming to pass. Because what? We're measuring the time that we're living in. And how are we measuring the times that we're living in? By the way, the scriptures, this word. Everything the Yahweh said was going to happen according to the Bible, we link it back up, to the scriptures. Everything that's going on and taking place in the world, uproars of the people, martial law, a famine of the word, all these things, and much more, we link it back into the scriptures. And that's how we know that this is that point in time to where the vision, is coming to pass because you're measuring the time through the scriptures.
That's right. Reads again, 2 Ezra chapter 9, verse 1. He answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself, and when thou seest part of the signs past, which I have told thee before. Verse 2, then shalt thou understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made.
That's right. And we're seeing part of the signs, the prophecies past, which Yahweh Shema Shah has told us before. And so therefore, Yahweh Shema Shah is starting to visit the world, the whole inhabited earth, which they made. That's why you're seeing judgment go forth. That's why you're seeing judgment take place. Because that's Yahweh Shema Shah visiting the earth, which they have made. You can drop that again and go back.
2 Ezra chapter 2, verse 3, for the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak.
That's right. So we're in that point in time to where the visions, are speaking. You see, the prophecies are showing themselves to be true. They're coming to pass. You see? Read on.
It reads, but at the end it shall speak and not lie, though it tarry, wait for it.
Right, though it seems like it's taking a long time for these prophecies to come to pass, which right now, we're in a time where these prophecies are not tarrying. At what point in time, these prophecies were tarrying? It was taking a long time for these things to come to pass. But now we're in that point in time where these prophecies are not tarrying anymore. The CHIPS, because we got speaking codes now, because this devil eating so quiet man will flag your videos from saying the real words. But the CHIPS was about to become made mandatory. That we're in that point in time where it's about to be the CHIPS is about to be made mandatory. We're in that point in time to where the family word is about to come into full effect. We're in that point in time to where nuclear missiles, the 200 million warheads is going to come and destroy this place called America in this upcoming World War III. You want to say something? Read on.
It reads on, though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come, it will not tarry.
That's right. So these prophecies are going to come. And when they come, when they start happening, they're not going to tarry. You see, because they're going to be coming one after another, So this is that time that we're in. This is that point of time. So these prophecies are coming to pass. And we're just going to grab a couple of prophecies, just showing you that this is that point of time that we're in for these prophecies to come to pass. Whatever you get on prophecy. You can get, matter of fact, get Isaiah 54, verse 16.
This is Isaiah chapter 54. This is Isaiah chapter 54, verse 16. And it reads, behold, I have created the smith that bloweth the coals in the fire.
That's right. He said, behold, which behold means to look. So look, he said, I have created a smith that bloweth the coals in the fire. And what's the modern day smith? The modern day smith are these scientists.
And that bringeth forth an instrument for his work.
That's right. And these modern day scientists, they are by Shema Shah working through, they have brought forth an instrument, a certain type of weapon for Yahweh Shema Shah's work. Read on.
And I have created the waster to destroy.
So that instrument, that weapon that these scientists have brought forth through the spirit power Yahweh Shema Shah, that way to destroy is going into what? Those nuclear missiles, which will be used in this upcoming World War III. How do we know this? Because as the brother just read in 2 Ezra 9 verse 1, we're measuring the times. We're seeing that these other nations are building missiles. You see, this is that point in time that we're in.
Listen real quick. The brothers just said that this third world war that's about to come, right? This is Revelation chapter 11, verse 14. The second woe is past, and behold, the third woe cometh quickly.
That's right. It said, behold, the second woe is past, And woe means death and destruction. And what's the second woe, the second death and destruction that has already passed? World War II. You know, that was one of the former prophecies that have already happened. But now we're in that point in time to that third woe, that third death and destruction is coming quickly, which is World War III. Again, which will be fought with nuclear missiles. You know, those 200 million warheads, which will destroy this place called America. You see? This is the vision. You know? These are the prophecies that are set for an appointed time. And if you're watching, you got that spiritual eye, you're going to be able to tell that we're in that appointed time.
You want that? World War III is going to be fought.
You can get that.
This is Isaiah chapter 9, verse 5. For every battle of the warrior is with confused noise, and garments rolled in blood.
That's right, because that's how your ancient wars were fought. It was fought with confused noise and garments rolled in blood. You know? Go look at some of your ancient war movies. You know, you would have one group of people on one side of the battlefield and another group of people on the other side of the battlefield with swords and shields in their hands. Next thing you know, they take off running towards each other, you know, screaming, hollering, yelling. Ah! As soon as they get to their opponent, swords clinging one against another, sword hitting the shield from another person trying to avoid getting cut and stabbed. You know, garments cut up, all bloody. You know, blood all over their body. You see, this is how your ancient world of fought with confused noise and garments rolled in blood.
It reads on, but this shall be with burning and fuel of fire.
That's right. But this, meaning what? This war, World War III, is gonna be fought with burning and fuel of fire. You know, by those 200 those 200 water, bro. Those 200 million warheads, which is going to come from the nuclear missiles. You know, this is that appointed time. You know, and you're only going to know that if you're measuring the times. You know, and you have to do that through these scriptures. What time we at?
12.
Yeah, we will close out right there. We'll go past our time. You know, so Lord willing, you know, the elect of the nation of Israel, so-called Negroes, lots of Americans were edified. We just wanted to get into a quick lesson real quick on this is that appointed time that we're in for these prophecies to come to pass. You know? So Lord willing, the elect nation of Israel, so-called Negroes, lots of Americans were edified. Before we go any further, we'd like to give all honor, all glory, and all praises to the Heavenly Father and His only begotten Son.
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Kakadash.
Next up, double honor to our apostle of the great millstone, and double shalom to our society. Shalom.
Shalom.